I used to hold my breath as a kid when we drove through tunnels. I'm glad I didn't try that now. This one was long, longer than any I'd ever been in. I kept expecting to see the light at the other end, but it never came. The tunnel was dimly lit with flickering orange bulbs spaced maybe every 10 feet, but even those began to fade out the deeper I went. First, every 30 feet, then every 50. Eventually, the lights disappeared entirely. Now it was just me and my headlights. Darkness wrapped around me like a living thing. I drove for over an hour, and there was no end in sight. That's when I decided to turn around. I remembered performing a careful three-point turn, my SUV barely making the tight corner in the narrow space. I began heading back the way I came, but something was wrong. The lights that should have marked my return path were gone. I kept driving, but nothing changed. 1 hour. 2 hours. 3. It made no sense. I should have been out of the tunnel by now. Maybe the lights had shut off, I told myself. Maybe I'd just missed a turn in the darkness. But I couldn't shake the feeling that I hadn't made a mistake, that the tunnel itself had changed. I checked my phone. No service. Of course. I hadn't told anyone where I was going, hadn't even mentioned the trip to my family, or my ex, or anyone who might have cared. No one would know I was gone. By now, I'd been in the tunnel for nearly 6 hours. My tank was getting low, and with it, my only method for charging my phone. I played music off my offline playlist just to have some noise, anything to drown out the silence. Suddenly, a single bar of service appeared. Just for a second. I slammed on the brakes, reversed, and found the exact spot where the signal blinked on. I tried to call my mom. No ring. Just a harsh, grating tone. My heart sank. I climbed onto my car, hoping elevation would help. It didn't. That's when I heard it. At first, it sounded like a distant cough. Then again louder. A playful shout, maybe, like teenagers goofing off. I yelled back, "Hey!" My voice echoed, repeating over and over, swallowed by the tunnel's void. Silence returned. Not even the wind. Just quiet. Then came the footsteps. Dozens. Hundreds. Thundering footsteps, racing toward me from both ends of the tunnel. They shook the ground, rattled my car, made pebbles tumble from the walls. I panicked and leapt down, diving into my car and locking the doors. I laid the seat back and flattened myself into it, barely breathing. The footsteps stopped. Everything went still again. I stayed there, frozen. Time passed in waves. 1 hour.